Created yesterday some end-to-end form for some registration. Okay. Um, for that, I'm thinking to add front end also, searching for some forms. Just directly we can get these forms also. Review. Yeah, let me show you. I'll take some basic template, UI template. Usually I used to take left to menu color lip templates for doing simple samples. Okay, you can find lot of templates here, sidebar navigations, or you can use bootstrap. This is also bootstrap only. Okay. Check carefully before using them. Okay, they are free to use or not. Okay, so let me use this template, sidebar template. Okay, anything we can use from this. Okay, let me pick up one. Okay, download this complete template. I am getting downloaded. Okay, good. So this template downloaded. Extracting it. Meanwhile, let us open the ID which we worked yesterday, right? So some sidebar navigation complete template got downloaded. This is how it looks. Okay. Here we can add form somewhere here. Okay. Template is looking nice. Let me copy this and keep it into static. When you add web dependency, right? Usually when we add web dependencies, so which one we created yesterday is this one, right? Here if we add anything, right, in static, especially from index.html, if you start, that will consider as a welcome page and it will be loaded by default. So complete the static content I'm loading here with index.html. Let's start this one. ID getting started. Let's give some time. Okay. Run this Spring Boot app. Not only simple service, I'm making it as web application also. So application started. Let me load localhost 9090. So if you see in our 9090 localhost, this application is running. And I hope we inserted some data yesterday. During startup, maybe your database might have deleted that data. Let's check with Postman. Still, information is available there or not. Yeah, post method. Okay. So now data inserted, and when we try to fetch, it will fetch the data. And if I try and insert one more record, Vijay, yeah. When you try to fetch all the records, get all without path parameter, it will call simply get all method. So it returns all the data, all objects. Okay. Now let's get this data front end. Here if you want to populate, let's say you want to add a page or on index page itself. Here if you want to load the content, okay. I'll use simple Ajax for that. Okay, jQuery I will use with simple Ajax call. I'll get the data. We can get the data. Okay. What I will do, I think this is the body content, page content here. So insert some new content here. Let's say I want to print students data. I need a table, right, to print this data. Here I have ID, name, email address, country. So I'll create a table. Table, simple plain table only creating. Table will have headings. Table heading, first row for heading, student ID, name, email, address, pin code, state, city, phone number. Multiple fields we have, right? So let me give name here, email, address, pin, state, city, phone, country. And the same information I want to fetch dynamically from database. In next tr I want to show that. So but this information you should fetch dynamically, right? Static data I can't put here. I need to fetch it and dynamically number of rows whatever I have I should able to fetch and print them here. So this tr should be generated dynamically. Here tr should be generated dynamically. So trs you should able to generate dynamically. So for this table you can give id, data table something, and for this table you can append tr, or the best way is table body. Hmm, table head, table body, t body. Yeah, t head. Inside t head you can put this, and t body you can use. For this t body you give either this id and get the number of rows which you have in database table. Generate a dynamic TRs here. If you have one record, one TR with complete data. If you have two records, two TRs. 3, 3, 4, 4. So these all TRs need to be generated dynamically and appended here. TRs with the data. So for that purpose, I want make some Ajax call. Here already jQuery APIs are available. I think we can use them. For all that, just write a script here. Script or between script and script, right? It is not allowing. Let me write a simple head dollar document dot load function. Sorry. Let loading. So we refresh the HTML content. Maybe reload this page. uh, Student data table row also here, but I don't see alert. Document dot ready. Yeah, document dot ready is working. So here you are getting loading alert. Okay, so on document ready will function. So from here I will make Ajax call to get the data. From here I'll make a call to this URL, as it will give you data there. This data, all the records, I will fetch them and append that data here. Let me see where else I have returned this code. So on submit, making Ajax call to create the data. So this is basically post call to post the data. Maybe similar call is enough to get the data also. Let me put this Ajax call. So within Ajax, where it is ending till here. I'm adding this Ajax call here. Localhost 9090. What is the URL? Student. And HTTP method type is get. So student get. So finally you will be getting data here into this success array of objects you will get. You need to iterate that object. So you will be getting this data. So you need to iterate through it. For loop array of student objects you will be getting here. Just print and see whether you are getting it or not. Do we have data? The data is available. Why Ajax call is failed? Check it out. You can inspect page. If there are any errors, you can see. Ajax is not a function. Maybe Ajax API. It is expecting more API. jQuery should contain it, but let's see. Did I added any extra Google Ajax library? Okay. jQuery itself should contain, but yeah, I'm doubt adding that Ajax API also. Okay. Now I can see two objects are coming. Data must be coming. So how I can get the data here? So you can see how to iterate. For loop we should use and we should iterate. Iterate data array object in JavaScript. For each data, key is not there, right? We can use this. Or for each method also we can use. Hmm, we have simple object structure. We don't have key also. Simple array object we are getting. Okay, property. Okay, simple for loop or for each loop also suggested username. Put a loop here. Basically data. I need to iterate through data. So you build a tr here and append that tr to your table body, and I'll put some style here. Table style. How do I get display table columns? Table index something I remember. What is that? Table border. Border. So now you can append it to table data. You can use append function hash id dot append. So here we need to construct a tr, complete tr we should construct with the tds. Student id, name, email address, blah blah blah, whatever we have. We should add them there. So this is the data. Uh, These are the keys, right? Simple keys to your values. Student id, name, email address as the same parameters you will be using here. So let's append id here. How you can append it? Data of I dot student ID. Let me put it here. Student ID, student name, email, address, pin, state, city, phone, country. This is a simple use case, okay? A simple use case to fetch the data and display. So now let's see if I run this script dynamically, will it print data or not? Save. I'm getting the data. Whichever data being inserted via Ajax call, I can get and I can able to show this here. In the same form, you may give one create button and put a form to store the information also. Like here, what you can do, bottom of the table, put one button. I'm using simple, okay, input type, or button tags also will be available. Button, create new student, you make your ID. So as soon as I click on this button, I can put, or if you want to see input type, submit button also you can use. Nothing wrong. This content you can put it under value section. Name or value. Value. Create new student. Now it is glowing. On click this ID, you can put one more Ajax call, or on put this ID, you may show one form. You may show one form here. Bottom of this div, during loading you may hide, on click you may show that form. Div, create form. Name, email, address, okay, pin, state, city, phone, country, and you can have input buttons. Input type text, parameter name, or you can use ID basically. With ID we can read. It is not a simple form. Via Ajax I'm going to submit it. So for better look and feel you can use existing bootstrap forms. I'm just using simple HTML, email, address, in, state, city, phone, country. Finally I need a button here. Save, save. This is how the form looks like. So when you enter data, submit. I want to populate that result here. What you can do here, what you can do on submit of this button, on submit of this button, right? You can read these fields and use Ajax call to send them to database. So here what I can use, I can have one more function. I can have a function here. Dollar of id save button dot click function. Here I can read fields. So basically this is how you can read. We have name field, email field, address field, all are IDs, right? So we use hash and we read them. Read all the fields. What else we have? Pin, state, city, phone, country. Pin code, city, phone, state, country. So once you read this data, name, email, address, pin, city, pin, state, How many fields overall? 5 plus 3, 8. 3 plus 5, 8. Okay. So once you read them, construct a JSON object out of it. Same. Here we are sending JSON right during post method. Here we are constructing JSON. Similar JSON we are going to construct there also. Similar JSON as this. This is the syntax for it. JSON, these are all the fields. Hmm. Same for name, this value, whatever name I am reading. Email, email value. Address, address value. Pin value. State, city, phone, and country. So you are reading data and constructing JSON. Finally, make this post call. Post call to this URL. So we can put same Ajax post, Ajax post URL is student post method. Data, this data, JSON data. Finally, I'm just showing one tag. Basically, your data also it will return. What you can do instead of that, you just do this job. Instead of message, display data into. I'm putting alert created. We are returning data, right? Whichever object created. Just get that data append to your existing records so that newly added record also I can see on table. Why I am doing all these Ajax calls? Because it will do without page refresh. If I do page refresh, I lose all the data. Okay, done. Okay, now let's enter some data. Shrikant. Save. So it is giving message created. Good. Finally, it is appending the data. To make sure, maybe verify here. Get all method you can fire or ID3 also good showing, right? As it is showing ID, definitely data must be created. So this data is there. So this is how you can make simple post call also. In case if you want to provide edit Maybe you provide one edit button here for this record. On click of edit button, populate data here, including ID, or keep that ID in a hidden field. Provide one update button. As soon as I click update button, it will go to backend and it will update. Same update like didn't we see yesterday? In here also you can do that. Put a put call and update it. I think we tried yesterday. Put call. Here instead of post you can use put, and you need to pass ID also. You have to pass ID also here for whichever record you wanted to update. Let's say Vijay record is there, student ID is 2. If I want to update something Gmail to something rbutech.com, put method will do update. So accepted. You can see same ID continued with rbutech.com. So here this will be replaced rbutech.com. So the same update and delete also you can perform here. So I'm giving you simple plain form. Instead you can use bootstrap styles also here to apply. That will add beauty to the form. It will give paginations also, edit button, delete button. And instead of having a static form, on modal pop-up, this form also will be given. Okay, I think this is it. I just want to show that simple web application. Okay, maybe we will have one more session, basic security, authentication, and authorization with the JWT. I'll show tomorrow. Then we can conclude. Okay, just one more session. We'll add simple security like a login form we will create. Once login success, we will try to redirect to this landing page.